Hey there folks, it's Greggy with Cali Paddler. Chances are, you've heard of Kaiko'o paddles. You've probably seen them on the water, or heard great things about them on land as well. Well, I got a great opportunity today to sit down with Steve and James of Kaiko'o Paddles in San Diego, California. They let the dust settle just long enough in the shop for us to get some great insight into their wonderful business. Join me, I think you're gonna like this. Tell me a little bit about the why behind why you started Kaiko'o Paddles.
Originally we were looking for a team order, and we looked all over the place, all throughout the market, and it became so difficult to get a high quality race blade in a reasonable amount of time at a reasonable amount of price. And it came to a point where we said, you know what, let's try it ourselves, let's see what we can do with this. And that's kind of how it started, as an abstract idea built out of necessity,
yeah,
so to speak.
And then James just approached me one day and asked if I could build paddles, and I said, could try, let's see what happens. And
yeah,
so we started experimenting with designs and prototypes. About a year, longer than that, a year and a half of doing that before we even considered letting everybody know that we're doing paddles now.
I mean, we went through a lot of firewood and a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
The good thing was, since I was coaching, I had a huge market of guys that I could just dish blades off to and try this out. What do you like about it? And then we had a bunch of one-man guys who would try our blades out and tell us feedback. Being from Hawaii, I had a bunch of friends that would try the blades as well. And again, it was just see where we go. See what throw it at the wall, see what sticks, kind of a thing.
Right.
So, that's how it started.
Well, we offer a little more to the paddle as far as customization. We offer different colored edging. So if somebody wants to, they got their favorite colors, or they got a team color, team theme going, we can do the color, and it's a non-chip edging, so it won't chip or crack if you bang it on the side of the canoe. We offer the sticker colors. Again, we can do a basic Kaiko'o sticker, or we can actually do a piece of artwork or something that on here. Got the basic carbon back, which provides strength. The core of the paddle is balsa, so balsa on its own is not strong enough. So, and then we fiberglass the steering blades. We add netting for a little more strength. Plus, it looks cool. Carbon on the shaft for strength and abrasion issues. Customization, we cater to more of a personal touch to paddles.
To go even further, our shafts, for one thing, are all one piece, so there's no cuts at the blade, and there's no cuts at the double blade. I really like the blade. I mean, that's why I designed it that way, but I think it's a beautiful, very well-rounded blade. Like Steve was saying about the balsa and the different edging and the decals. But the bottom line is the amount of customization you can do to it is pretty much endless.
Yeah.
And we realize, being paddlers ourselves, that your paddle that's your baby. I mean, that's something that you are absolutely attached to. You use it every day on the water, so why not make it what you want, as opposed to something that's similar to the next level?
We recently installed solar panels. So now, obviously during the day, all the energy used to produce in the shop is from our solar system. So now we don't rely on the grid to make the paddle. You use electricity to make paddles, so we're environmentally conscious about the electricity that we're using and how much.
It took a while. I mean, it took a while for people to realize who we were. Our brand association was kind of like, well, who are you guys? You've got this rickety pop-up and some nice blades hanging on a rope. Where'd you get these from? You bought them, or you made them, or are we supposed to take you seriously? So, honestly, it took some exposure in Hawaii for some top guys to kind of use our blades and kind of back them up a little.
But yeah, to start up something here where now people can get their product here as opposed to sending off to Hawaii or wherever, New Zealand or wherever they might want to get a paddle. But now we're local, which is I think a better choice for people.
What does it mean to be a Cali Paddler?
It's specialized. I mean, it's like James said, it's unique. There's such a huge group of people that paddle in California, up and down the coast. And it's funny, before I started paddling, I never heard about outrigger paddling. And then once you get into it, you realize how huge it is and how tight-knit it is. And then for California, California paddling stems back 50 years, even longer.
Yeah.
But I think just in the last, 15, 20 years, it's really just exploded.
Yeah. I don't think people realize that competitive outrigger paddling in California, it's been around since the 60s. In the 70s, you had guys like Dennis Campbell and Billy Whitford, all the way up to the 80s and the 90s. The things that they did with those Imua teams and the offshore girls were just unheard of. I mean, they really put California on the map. I think there's always something for somebody to grab a hold of. SUP is huge out here. Kayaking's always been huge.
Yeah.
Outrigger, one man's. V1s is breaking in, but I mean, I think there's always been huge athletes. Southern California especially, is just bred. Because of the weather, we've bred the best ball players, the best football players, just best athletes. So paddling would be just another extension of some of these athletes getting into these, these platforms, these boats and stuff. So I mean, Cali Paddler, I think, is a really versatile term of what people are doing out here right now.
Well, it truly has been an honor and a privilege to get to know these craftsmen and paddlers. Click on over to their website, check them out on Facebook or Instagram, and give them a wave if you see them on the water. Thank you again for joining us. And hey, if you have a business, paddling icon, organization, or event that you want us to spotlight, we would love to hear from you. You could just email me at greg@calipaddler.com. And hey, remember, if you paddle, you get it.
The original name, I don't know if I ever told Steve this, the original name was supposed to be Hapalua Paddles.
Oh, yeah.
Because Hapa is half, and I'm from Hawaii, and he's from California, we're kind of half and half. And it's just not us. It sounded very, I bought this t-shirt at Hapalua in Waikiki kind of a thing. So. Yeah.